national anthem?
I don't know. Probably. Not right this second, though. No, I just needed a break. Go to.
Set you down for a sec here right now. Okay, I'll be ready to take your bump. Three, two.
Well, welcome back here to Valley Heights High School. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. Robbie, before we get started, let's go ahead and get your keys to a quick start for both teams.
Well, for the Mustangs, don't know a whole lot about this team, but they got to come out and be ready to play a little up-tempo, as the Redmen like to get the speed going a little bit, and they seem to play a little bit quicker when they can get the tempo going in the way they want it. For the Redmen, like I was saying, they got to find what starts working for them there in that second half and get it to work for them here in this first half of this game and get that going quickly and early. And Jesse Staples, Trace Haven, the seniors out there, they got to get things going along with Brett Meyer and kind of lead this team. Those are the senior guys out there on the court for this Redmond. They got to get everything going here tonight.
As we are getting set here, Class 2A sub-state action. The Smith Center Redmen going to take on the Valley Heights Mustangs here at Valley Heights High School. As again, we're getting set. The Redmen in their road red jerseys, white numbers, green trim. The Mustangs in their home white jerseys with the purple numbers and the black trim. As we're going to take a timeout, we'll be back with your starting lineups right after this.
Okay, Jesse.
24.
I got it.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome to Valley Heights High School. We would like to extend a warm welcome to our visitors tonight, the Redmen. They come all the way from Smith Center to play your Valley Heights Mustangs.
What? You're going to have to speak up. I can't hear you at all.
Not talking to you.
Oh. Give it back to me, Mark.
Done? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, ID in the back to you in a second. Three, two, one.
Well, welcome back to Valley Heights High School. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. Looking at the starting lineups tonight, first for Valley Heights, number 2, a 6'3" junior, Jeremy Reed. Number 3, a 5'11" senior, Brian Youngerberg. Along with number 15, a 6' junior, Brady Trimble. Number 24, a 5'10" senior, Alex Harden. And again, for the Mustangs, Jeremy Reed, along with Brian Youngerberg, Brady Trimble, and Alex Harden. Also starting is number 32, a 6'3" senior, Harrison Blasky. For the Redmen tonight, it's number 2, a 6'4" senior, Brett Meyer. Number 4, a 6' senior, Jesse Staples. Number 22, a 6'1" freshman, Griffin Kugler. Number 33, a 5'9" senior, Trace Haven. And number 42, a 6'2" senior, Camden Dietz. As we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem, we'll be back with your tip right after this. You're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA.
Okay. And back to you.
And welcome back here to Valley Heights High School. Jess Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. As we get set for our featured matchup, the Smith Center Redmen take on the Valley Heights Mustangs in this Class 2A Sub-State first round matchup. Again, starting for the Mustangs tonight, number 2, Jeremy Reed. Number 3, Brian Youngerberg. Number 15, Brady Trimble. Number 24, Alex Harden. And number 32, Harrison Blasky. For the Redmen, it's Brett Meyer along with Trace Haven, Camden Dietz, Austin Hobelman, and Jesse Staples. Redmen again in those home red jerseys, white numbers, green trim. Those are the road jerseys, I should say. Red jerseys, white numbers, green trim. The Mustangs in their home white jerseys, purple numbers, and the black trim, as it is Meyer and Blasky in the center circle. The Redmen will go left to right on your radio dial to start this ball game. Ball is up, and it is controlled by Brett Meyer. Staples has it. He'll bring it up the court, cross the timeline, calling out the offense. It is Redmen basketball as Haven has it right side. Now out front to Dietz. Dietz on the dribble, picks it up. Now back around to Staples' left wing. Staples calls out the offense from the left wing with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. Passes it down to Haven. Haven directs traffic back up to the left wing. Picks up his dribble out front to Staples. Staples swings it around to Dietz at the right wing. He looks inside for Meyer. Can't get it to him. Back to Haven. Haven drives in. Out to Dietz, right wing for three. And no good. Off the back of the iron. Rebound fought for. And it's going to be brought down by the Mustangs. They hand it off to Youngerberg. Brian Youngerberg brings it across the timeline. He's between the circles. 7:15 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Still looking for our first points of this ball game, as this is the first possession for the Mustangs here at Valley Heights. As it is Harden with it. He's at the left wing, out front to Youngerberg. They swing it around now to Trimble. Trimble around to Reed, right wing, back out front to Youngerberg. He drives in, elevates in the paint, no good. Rebound tracked down by Dietz. Dietz looks to outlet, does so to Staples. Staples up the court. Across the timeline, calling out the offense for the Redmen. 6:50 left to go in the first quarter. Still looking for our first points of this Class 2A Sub-State matchup. This is the first round. The winner will head on to the Sub-State semifinals on Friday night. It is Redmen basketball as Dietz has it left wing, down to the left corner to Hobelman. Hobelman looking, now back out front to Haven. Haven on the dribble. He's at the top of the key, drives all the way in, picks up his dribble out to Dietz right wing. Dietz now to Staples. Staples going to reset things here in the center circle with 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Again, 0-0 is our score. Here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs. Dietz out to Haven. Haven in the left corner looks inside for Meyer. Still can't get it to him. So they go back out to Dietz. Now to Hobelman. He'll drive the baseline. Right block up. Loses the handle on it. Right in the hands of Brett Meyer. No good. Rebounded by Camden Dietz. Jump ball called, and it will be Mustang basketball.
The Redmen trying to get their offense call here. The Valley Heights student section being very loud. The Redmen trying to communicate between each other and having a tough time doing so.
So it is Mustang basketball now with a 5:55 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. As they look inside for Blasky. Out of reach, out of bounds, Redmen basketball.
Great defense there by Jesse Staples as he got posted up on the low block. Kind of got in front and quickly went to the backside of that to make that pass go over top of everyone and go right out of bounds.
So it is Redmen basketball now. A 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs. We are in Valley Heights as the Mustangs hosting this sub-state round. They are the 4 seed. The Redmen are the 5 seed. Meyer can't hold on to the entry pass. It's picked up and then stolen away by the Redmen. Staples drives in, leaves it off for Dietz. Ball gets tipped around. Still fighting for it. Dietz comes up with it. He'll pass it out front to Haven. They swing it around to Staples' right wing. Staples drives in to the right baseline, picks up his dribble, and he's going to get called for the travel. So it'll be Mustang basketball. 5:21 left to go in the first quarter. Again, 0-0 is our score here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs.
Staples went for a jump stop on that, and all of a sudden was double teamed, trying to get himself turned around. His feet just slid on him. Oh, it's right at the air by Staples.
So it is Mustang basketball as they drive inside. Look underneath for Youngerberg. His shot is up, blocked from behind by Holman. He leads the break. Austin all the way down to the right wing, picks up his dribble, now to Haven. Haven going to set up the offense for the Redmen. 5 minutes exactly left to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs. Dietz has it, right wing, looks inside for Meyer. Can't get it to him as it's tipped out by Blasky. And then we're going to have our first foul of the ball game called. And it's on Camden Dietz, his first Redmen team foul.
As Dietz passed that one into Brett Meyer. Brett Meyer had position for a second, but all of a sudden quickly eliminated that position was the Valley Heights Mustangs and got the ball tipped right back towards Brett Meyer. And Brett Meyer trying to go for it along with Camden Dietz, just getting that foul with Camden.
Harden has it out front. Now around to Blasky. Blasky out front to Reed. Reed drives inside, hop step down to the right block, loses the handle on it out of bounds. Redmen basketball. 4:34 left to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs as Haven inbounds to Staples. Jesse will bring it up the court for the Redmen, left to right on your radio dial across the timeline. Now he's between the circles, dribbles over to the left side, gives it to Dietz left wing, down to Staples left corner, inside for Holman. Holman turnaround hook shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds it goes, and they're going to say Brett Meyer touched the last. So it will be Mustang basketball. 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. Again, we're still scoreless.
Good looking shot there by Holman. Just put too much on it. Has hit the back of the rim first and bounced right over top towards out of bounds. Well, out towards everyone.
Brian Youngerberg has it. He'll drive in, left block over Holman, and Holman going to get called for a foul. Second Redmen team foul, and the first on Austin Holman. So Youngerberg at the free throw line for the Mustangs. Getting set for his first one. First one's on its way and gets the first free throw of the fall. So that's our first point of the ball game coming with 4:12 left to go in the first quarter. Youngerberg getting set for his second one. And it's good as well. As Colby Benoit and Reese Buckmaster could both come in. Camden Dietz and Trace Haven both take a seat. So again, Buckmaster and Benoit in. Dietz and Haven both take a seat. Colby brings it up. Benoit across the timeline between the circles. Down to the right wing, now to Staples. Staples down to the right corner to Benoit. They look inside for Buckmaster. Get it to him at the right block. Off the glass, no good. Rebound put back by Holman, no good. Rebound put back by Buckmaster, good.
Nice job there by Buckmaster and Holman going after those, making sure they're able to get those offensive rebounds, going right back up to get 2 points on the board for the Redmen.
So it's 2-2. We tied things back up here with 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. As it is Mustang basketball, Youngerberg drives the baseline, kicks it out to Reed, left corner. Reed on the dribble up to the left wing. Now back down to Harden. He'll drive the baseline. Pump fakes, puts the shot up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Put back. No good again. This time rebounded by Colby Benoit. Benoit brings it back up the court for the Redmen. Left to right on your radio dial across the timeline. Calls out the offense. Down to Staples. He'll drive down to the baseline. And he's going to get pushed. First team foul on the Mustangs.
Great drive there by Staples. Got the pass, took off straight for the baseline as he tried to curve in. Oh, just got pushed out of bounds. Otherwise, great drive there by Staples.
Trimble picks up the foul, his first personal, first Mustang team foul. 3:10 left to go in the first quarter, and we're tied at 2 apiece as they look inside for Brett Meyer. Ball gets tipped out and stolen away by Reed. Reed hands it off to Youngerberg. He passes it ahead to Harden. Harden in the right corner, looks inside. Now he's on the dribble to the free throw line, picks up his dribble there, out front to Trimble. Trimble between the circles, back to Harden, right side. Harden looks inside for Reed. He's at the right block. Backs in, kicks it out to Blasky. His shot no good. Rebound tracked down to the left corner by Harden. Harden then gets the ball tipped out by Brett Meyer, and it will be a Mustang basketball.
Good job there by Brett Meyer, able to get there to tip that one out, make things reset as the Redmen kind of got out of position on that loose ball.
Trimble inbounds to Reed in the left corner. He's picked up by Brett Meyer. Up to the left wing. They look inside. Stolen away by Buckmaster. Buckmaster leads the break now for the Redmen. Cross the timeline, down to the right wing. Out front to Hobelman. Now to Benoit. Down to Staples' left corner. Staples looks inside for Meyer. Can't get it to him, so passes it back out front to Benoit. Now to Hobelman, top of the key. Around to Buckmaster, right wing. Buckmaster out front to Staples. He'll put up the top of the key. 3. Buries it.
Staples left alone just for a second, able to aim up and get that three-pointer drop for him.
So that makes it 5-2. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs. 2:03 left to go in the first quarter. As it is Mustang basketball. Trimble drives right baseline, kicks it back out to Reed, right wing. Reed, then skip pass down to Harden, left corner. He'll drive the baseline. Shot is up and good.
Tough shot as Brett Meyer came flying in there trying to provide the help defense, but not able to get his hand on that ball to block it.
So the Redmen lead is cut to 1, 5-4 with 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Buckmaster has it to Benoit in the right corner. He'll drive baseline, kicks out Staples left corner. Staples drives into the paint. Scoop shot is good. What a great move by Jesse Staples.
Great move, like you said there, Jesse, as Jesse Staples slipping between two defenders on that scoop move, up and under the basket for 2 points.
7-4. The Smith Center Redmen now lead the Valley Heights Mustangs by 3. Harden has it out front to Reed. He's all the way down to the right baseline, out to Youngerberg for 3. No good. Rebound fought for, and going to go out of bounds as Trimble. So it'll be Redmen basketball with 1:09 left to go in the first quarter. Kyle Sass comes into the ball game. Brett Meyer going to take a seat for the Redmen. For the Mustangs, Jackson O'Toole comes in, and Trimble takes a seat. So Trimble taking that seat, and Jackson O'Toole comes in. He's a 6-foot freshman. 1:05 left to go in the first quarter. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs by 3, 7-4. Benoit has it out front on the dribble for the Redmen. Now to Staples. Down to the right corner to Benoit. They look inside for Sass. Now find Buckmaster. He pump fakes, puts the shot up. No good. Rebound tracked down by Youngerberg. Youngerberg brings it back right to left on your radio dial for the Valley Heights Mustangs. He's between the circles. Now to Harden. Harden looks inside. And now to Blasky. Blasky swings it around to Harden, left wing this time. Out front to O'Toole. Now around to Youngerberg. Back to Blasky in the right corner. They look inside for Reed. Reed just out of his reach in the hands of Austin Hobelman. Hobelman now to Benoit. Benoit brings it up the court across the timeline. 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And the Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs 7-4. As it is Buckmaster around to Benoit, left wing. Backside pass for Staples as he has it in the right corner. Puts up the 3, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's brought down by Blasky. Blasky pushes it up the court, 3 seconds. Drives all the way inside and blocked by Sass. That's how the first quarter ends with the Smith Center Redmen up 7-4 over the Valley Heights Mustangs. We'll take a timeout here. Come back, bring you second quarter action right after this as you're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA. Okay.
Go.
And welcome back to Valley Heights High School. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson as the Smith Center Redmen leads 7-4 over the Valley Heights Mustangs after the first quarter. A slow start for both teams. Didn't have our first points on the board until a free throw with 4:21 left to go in that first quarter.
Both teams having a little bit of troubles there to start the game, holding on to the ball. Had quite a few turnovers just right there early as trying to make a pass or trying to stop, slide on the court or on that pass, just not being able to hold on to it. Otherwise, they're doing a good job moving without the ball, trying to find the open shots. Just a little bit slow start there for both teams.
Trace Haven, Colby Benoit, Brett Meyer, Kyle Sass, and Reese Buckmaster for the Redmen. As it is Redmen basketball to start this second quarter. Sass has it right wing, down to Buckmaster right corner. Buckmaster looks inside for Meyer, can't get it to him, so they swing it back around to Benoit, top of the key. Benoit between the circles, down to the left wing to Haven. Haven down to Benoit in the left corner, back to Haven left wing. Haven on the dribble, back to Benoit in the left corner. Benoit looking, now back to Haven. Haven on the dribble, around to Sass. Sass looks inside. One dribble now to Buckmaster right corner. Buckmaster looking inside. He's on the dribble. Inside for Benoit. Benoit pump fakes. Shot is up. Blocked by Blasky. And it goes the other way for the Mustangs as Trace Haven going to tip that one out of bounds. So will remain Mustang basketball. For the Mustangs, it is Blasky, Reed, along with O'Toole. Also out there is Hardin and Youngeberg. As O'Toole looks to inbounds, does so to Hardin. Hardin at the right wing. He's picked up there by Kyle Sass. Picks up his dribble inside for Reed. Reed working against Meyer. Spin move, right block off the glass. No good. Too hard. Rebounded by Buckmaster. Buckmaster quickly ahead to Benoit. Benoit down to the right wing. Now to Buckmaster. Quickly around to Haven left wing. Inside for Sass. Left baseline shot. Blocked by Blasky. Saved in by Sass right into the hands of Brett Meyer. Meyer works inside. Kicks out to Benoit. Now to Buckmaster. Again, they swing it around to Haven left wing. He's going to dribble back out front. Hand it off to Buckmaster. Now to Benoit right wing. Benoit down to Buckmaster right corner. They look inside for Meyer. Can't get it to him. Now back to Haven. Haven between the circles on the dribble, down to Buckmaster. He drives inside. Pump fakes, right block. Block from behind. Gets the ball back in his hand somehow. Blocked again, put back again, no good. This time it is going to go out of bounds off the Mustangs.
Mustangs doing a good job on the defensive side of things. As Brett Meyer's roaming the paint, they're keeping a body on him at all times, not allowing him to get posted up in there and have an open look to get the pass into him. So one of the Redmen had to step up kind of from the outside to make that defense have to open up a little bit.
Sass takes a seat. Holman comes back in. Meyer inside for Holman. Turnaround hook shot. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Buckmaster couldn't quite hold on to it. And it is Mustang basketball. Jungerberg all the way down to the right corner. Now they swing it out front to Blasky. Around O'Toole, left wing. Back out front to Hardin. He looks inside for Reed at the free throw line. Working against Brett Meyer. Back out to Hardin, left wing. Hardin on the dribble now. He kicks out to Youngerberg. Right corner three. No good. Rebound tracked down by O'Toole. O'Toole back out to Hardin. Now out front to Blasky. Back to Hardin. They swing it back around now to O'Toole, left wing. Blasky has it to Hardin, right wing now. Hardin on the dribble. Back around to O'Toole. All the way down to Youngerberg in the left corner. He stops and pops from the left elbow. Good.
Youngerberg got a nice little screen there by Reed as he came around him. Just stopped before he got into the lane and went right back up for the shot and had a wide open look.
7-6 the score now. The Smith Center Redmen lead by 1. This time, Blasky going to get called for the foul. His first personal foul, second Mustang team foul.
Good look to get that one into Brett Meyer, or tried to anyways, as Brett Meyer had him on backside position. Perfect position to have that pass thrown in there. Just going over his back to get that pass knocked out.
So O'Toole takes his seat. Trimble comes back in. Buckmaster and Benoit take a seat for the Redmen as Dietz and Staples come back in. Dietz top of the key, pump fakes. Now to Staples right wing. Staples going to dribble back out front. Going to call out the offense around Haven. Haven between the circles now. 5:15 left to go in this first half. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs 7-6. Meyer has it. He'll elevate. And no good. Left that one short. Rebounded by Youngerberg. Youngerberg brings it back up right to left on your radio dial. Ahead to Reed. Reed pump fakes. Shot is off the glass and good.
Nice idea there by Reed, giving that pump fake as Brett Meyer was right behind Reed. If Reed would have went up with off that before the pump fake, he probably would have had that blocked by Meyer, but that pump fake threw Brett Meyer up in the air and left Reed wide open shot.
8-7, the Valley Heights Mustangs now lead by 1 as Blasky comes away with the steal. Youngerberg ahead to Hardin. Hardin at the right block, picks up his dribble. Now back out to Youngerberg. He'll spot up for three, buries it.
Youngerberg left all alone as Staples went for that steal. Ended up by the Valley Heights cheerleaders, leaving Youngerberg wide open at the three-point line.
11-7 now the score. The Valley Heights Mustangs extend their lead here with 4:20 left to go in the first half. Staples has it. He's at the top of the key, drives inside, kicks out to Haven. Right corner three, no good. Tipped by Meyer, tracked down by Youngerberg. He leads the break. Youngerberg quickly up the court for the Mustangs, picks up his dribble. Out front to Blasky. He'll put up the three, no good. Rebounded by Brett Meyer. Meyer lets everybody clear out and hands it off to Dietz. Camden brings it left to right on your radio dial across the timeline with 3:55 left to go in the first half. The Smith Center Redmen trail the Valley Heights Mustangs 11-7. Dietz gets it blocked by Blasky. Blasky hands it off to Youngerberg. Youngerberg brings it up the court across the timeline with 3:42 left to go in the first half. Youngerberg top of the key around to Hardin right wing. Hardin on the dribble. Picks up his dribble at the right elbow. Underneath for Blasky. He'll go all the way underneath the basket. Nope, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, so it will be Redmen basketball. 3:31 left to go in the first half. And the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 11-7.
Austin Holman on defense there, along the baseline on Blasky. Blasky tried to go around Holman and just stepping out of bounds. Good job by Holman, giving up not very much room on that sideline, making Blasky have to go out of bounds.
Meyer has it, fakes the handoff, pump fakes, drives in, elevates from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Blasky. They hand it off to Youngerberg. Youngerberg brings it up the court, now ahead to Hardin. 3:08 and counting left to go in the first half. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead 11-7. Trimble shot in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Hobelman. Hobelman off to Staples. Staples up to the top of the key for the Redmen. He's on the dribble there, picks up his dribble now to Haven, right wing. Haven inside for Hobelman. Hobelman splits the defense off the glass and good.
Tough shot there by Holman as he had to split two defenders as he went up. Got that one off the backboard just on a little underhook shot.
That ends the run that the Mustangs were on as the Redmen led 7-4 at the end of the first quarter. Mustangs then led 11-7, and now it is 11-9 as Hardin gets called for the travel. Buckmaster and Benoit come back in for the Redmen. O'Toole and Siemens comes in for the Mustangs. Trimble and Hardin take a seat. Brett Meyer and Camden Dietz both take a seat for the Redmen. 2:33 left to go in the first half. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen by 2, 11-9. Holman has it in the left corner for the Redmen. He looks inside, finds Buckmaster, touch pass to Haven, down to Staples, right corner. Staples looks inside. Long jam in the middle for the Redmen. Now they spread back out as Buckmaster has it at the free throw line. Kicks out to Staples, right corner. He'll drive the baseline. Elevates at the right block, no good. And it's rebounded by Youngerberg. As Youngerberg going to have the basketball. Then we're going to have a foul called here on the Redmen. Foul's going to be on Jesse Staples, his first, third, a Redmen team foul.
As they're catching Staples with a little off-ball push there as he was running beside one of the Valley Heights players, and all of a sudden you heard a collapse, and it was Jesse Staples on the ground. Stanley pushed off a little bit.
So 2:04 left to go in the first half. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 11-9 as it is Youngerberg with it. Around to Siemens, left wing. He gets a screen. Ball gets tipped by Hobelman. Now into the hands of O'Toole, right wing. Down to Youngerberg. Youngerberg gets a screen from Reed. He's on the dribble. Inside for Reed at the right block. Reed shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Hobelman. Hobelman outlets to Staples. Jesse brings it up the right sideline. He lets everybody catch up with him. Now they'll set up the offense with 1:35 left to go in the first half. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 11-9 as Staples kicks it around to Haven left side. Haven on the dribble. One-handed pass to Staples left corner. He'll put up the three. No good. Rebound tracked down by Benoit. Benoit drives in underneath for Hobelman, and Benoit going to get called for the travel. So it'll be Mustang basketball. 1:19 left to go in the first half. And again, the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 11-9.
Great job there by Benoit, following that ball in there, able to grab hold of it and go up strong with it. But unfortunately, before he went up, just shuffled his feet just a little bit to catch that travel.
Benoit comes away with the steal. He's on the fast break. Jump stop, layup, good.
Good job there by Benoit. Reading the pass there, just came through there. Perfect timing, taking off with it and getting a layup.
Buckmaster tips the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Mustang basketball as Hardin comes back in. Trimble comes back in. O'Toole going to take a seat, and Siemens going to take a seat. So the Mustangs started the second quarter out on a 7-0 run. The Redmen now on a 4-0 run of their own to tie things back up at 11 apiece with 55 seconds left to go in the first half. Youngerberg out front, working against Haven, drives all the way inside, gets stripped by Buckmaster. Ball gets tipped around. Youngerberg comes up with it. Now to Hardin. Staples tips it out, comes away with the loose basketball, bounce pass to Haven. Haven right block, inside for Buckmaster. Shot is up, blocked, and in the hands of Youngerberg. Youngerberg is now going to have a timeout call. So we'll take a timeout with them. 35 seconds left to go in this first half, and we are tied at 11 between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs. You're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA.
Oh.
35.7 seconds left to go in the first half. We're tied at 11 here between the Smith Center Redmen and the Valley Heights Mustangs. As the Mustangs break the press down to Reed at the right block, he'll elevate, shot is up and good.
Nice job by catching Reed, as Reed was on the clear off side of the court there on the low post. Pass coming from half court. Nice job catching Reed.
Haven has it at the right wing for the Redmen. He's on the dribble there, down to Hobelman in the right corner. Hobelman, skip pass to Staples. 8 seconds left to go in the first half. Staples drives in, up and no good. Rebound put back by Hobelman, no good. And it's rebounded by Trimble. And that's how the first half ends with the Valley Heights Mustangs up 13-11. We'll take a timeout here, come back, wrap up the first half for you right after this. You're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA. Okay, this is halftime. Well, welcome back to Valley Heights High School. Rob, let's get your keys to victory for both teams.
Well, for Valley Heights, they got to get the post play active underneath the basket. They've been doing a good job on the outside, getting their active shooters from the outside get going, but they got to get some post play going underneath to help open up those outside shooters. And then they got to be able to move on offense, move around a little bit more as they kind of start their offense and get into one side, and they kind of just dies out, kind of stands around a little bit. So they got to get active on the backside of their offense to get to moving. Going over to the Redmond side, pressure defense, apply pressure defense all over the court, even in a full court press. Try to get some steals to go the other way for you. And then on the offensive side of things, they got to drive to the basket. The drive's been able to get them close to the basket. Now they just got to complete it up in the air at the line, in the air for the 2 points or getting to the free throw line. That's what I have for both teams.
So it is a Mustang basketball to start the second half. Harden has it out front to Youngerberg. Youngerberg swings it back around now to Blasky. Blasky to Harden at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Reed. He's picked up there by Brett Meyer at the left wing. Drives in, kicks out Youngerberg left corner. Back out front to Harden. He's between the circles. Now to Blasky. Blasky inside for Youngerberg. They kick it out. Ball is tipped. Trimble comes away with it, though, in the right corner. Now back out front to Blasky. Blasky around top of the key to Harden. They leave him open. He doesn't take the three, though. Kicks it back around to Youngerberg. He'll put up the three and bury it.
Youngerberg quick on that trigger for that three as Camden Dietz right there in defense on him. Dietz just a little slow in getting in front of him as Youngerberg had an open look just for a second.
Youngerberg has 10 of the 16, and the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 16-11 with just under 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Haven has it to Staples left wing. Back around to Haven between the circles. Haven letting the offense set up here. He's on the dribble. Looks inside for Hobelman. Gets it to him. Turnaround hook shot. Good.
Holman deep on that hook shot. Normally he's right underneath the basket on those hook shots and gets him to go, and haven't been going from underneath there. Steps out, able to drop it in.
That makes it 16-13 as Reed drives the baseline, working against Meyer. Meyer blocks the shot into the hands. Nope, it's going to go out of bounds. They are going to say Reed touched it last, so it'll be Redmond basketball.
Both Dietz and Holman start to reach for the ball, see that it's about to go out of bounds, and just pull their hands back, let it go out of bounds, let their teammates get down the court or get set up here.
6:25 left to go in the third quarter. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 16-13. Dietz has a right wing down to the right corner to Haven. Haven looks inside for Hobelman. Can't quite get it to him, so they give it back to Dietz, top of the key. Now to Haven right wing. Haven out front to Staples. Staples gets a screen from Meyer, kicks out to Haven left, or to Dietz left corner. Long two, no good. Rebound tracked down by Meyer in the right corner. Now to Staples right wing. Staples on the dribble, kicks out Dietz right corner. He's on the dribble. Picks it up now to Meyer. No look pass to Staples left corner three. Oh, they're going to say it touched the basket restraint, so it'll be Mustang basketball.
As Buckmaster got up off the bench, kind of yelling about it, went to the ref, asked him what happened, shook his head in agreement, okay, as I think it just barely nicked it, not by much because it looked like it was clean from here, but the ref had a good side angle on it to tell if it did or not.
The Redmond player expressions were the greatest. They didn't think it touched the basket restraint. Either way, the ref says that it does, so it goes back the other way for the Mustangs. Harden left block, shot no good, rebounded by Hobelman. Hobelman lets everybody clear out, now hands it off to Brett Meyer. He'll pass it over to Haven. Haven quickly up to the top of the key. He'll drive all the way in, kicks out Dietz right corner. He'll pump fake. Now passes it back out front to Staples. Staples top of the key, drives in, kicks out Haven in the right corner. Inside pass for Holman, tipped and stolen away by Blasky. Blasky to Youngerberg. Youngerberg brings it up to the right wing, all the way inside. Shot over Dietz, no good. Rebound fought for. Haven comes down with it, and he lets everybody clear out. 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 16-13 is our score. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen by that 3-point margin, again 16-13. Dietz to Meyer. Meyer puts up the shot, no good. Rebound underneath the basket by Dietz. He'll put up the shot, no good. Rebound put back by Meyer is his first points of the ball game.
Nice job there by Brett Meyer getting in there, getting that rebound, going up strong again with it. He's been contested underneath the basket most of the night here, as Valley Heights has a player that matches up with him height-wise.
So that makes it a 1-point ball game, 16-15. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen. They look inside for Blasky, and going to have a foul called here. Foul's going to be on Camden Dietz, his second, and the first Redmen team foul. Haven takes a seat. Colby Benoit comes back into the ball game for the Redmen. 4:24 left to go in this third quarter. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 16-15. They get it into Trimble. His shot is up and good.
Good job there by Trimble. Made it look like he's about to come over, set the screen on the other side of everything. Turned right back to the basket, wide open for an entry pass.
3-point ball game once again. Dietz trying to tie it up from the left corner. Cannot. Rebound tracked down by Holman. Put back good. What a great putback. Rebound and put back by Austin Holman that time.
Holman able to pull that rebound in one-handed as that ball was stretching out there past it. Just tips it kind of back with his fingertips, pulls it in, and goes right back up with it.
So that makes it a 1-point ball game again, 18-17. Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. Harden picks up his dribble at the right wing. Ball gets tipped by Staples. Still fighting for it. Blasky's able to come down with it, though, for the Mustangs. Down to the left corner to Reed. Reed on the dribble to the free throw line. Out front to Harden. They swing it down to Blasky in the right corner. Blasky looks inside. Gets a screen from Harden. Now Blasky on the dribble to the right wing. He's going to dribble all the way back out front between the circles. Hands it off to Reed. Now to Youngerberg. Youngerberg in the center circle with 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Passes it to the left wing to Harden. 18-17. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead. Shot. Nope, they're going to say there's a foul called here on the Redmen. Second Redmen team foul of this third quarter. And this one's on Colby Benoit, his first.
As Benoit rotating over there late, getting his hand up there, trying to block it, and just catching him on the arm.
So that sends Blasky to the free throw line. Blasky hitting set first one here. It's on its way and good. So Trent Colby comes in for the Redmen, along with Reese Buckmaster. For the Mustangs, it looks like Trey Siemens comes into the ball game. Second free throw for Blasky is no good. Rebound tracked down by Reed. Reed's turnaround shot no good. Put back by Siemens. Nope, he's going to go ahead and pass it back out to Harden. Now to Siemens in the left corner. Siemens working against Brett Meyer out front to Youngerberg. Youngerberg calls out the offense as the Valley Heights Mustangs lead by 2. 19-17 over the Smith Center Redmen. Reed looks inside. They get it to Blasky. Back to Reed, right corner. He'll put up the three. Buries it.
Reed able to get that shot off as Buckmaster rolled right into him, trying to get his hand up there. But Reed not contested by that hand and just knocked down the three-pointer.
Trenton Colby has it at the right wing. Now out front to Brett Meyer. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 22-17. Benoit has it in the right corner. He'll drive baseline, kicks it to Holman left corner. Out front to Trenton Colby. He'll put up the quick three, left that one short. Saved in by Brett Meyer off of one of the Valley Heights Mustangs, and it will remain Redmen basketball.
Brett Meyer skied up there, able to grab that one-handed turn, see the Valley Heights player, and launched a bullet for his ankle where he wasn't able to get out of the way. Bounced off his foot and went right out of bounds.
Meyer, right block off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, and nope, going to have a foul called. And Brett Meyer will head to the free throw line. This is the first team foul on the Mustangs.
Nice job there by Brett Meyer, staying active on that one. Picking up a sixth rebound there on that one. Going right up, back up with it, getting to the free throw line.
So 22-17. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen. It's all on its way and good for the first one. So Brett now has 3 points. And that makes it 22-18. And the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen here. 2:10 left to go. This is the Class 2A Sub-State first round. Valley Heights Mustangs are the 4 seed. The Redmen, the 5 seed, as Brett Meyer hits them both from the line that time. And it makes it again a 3-point ball game, 22-19, with 2:04 left to go in this third quarter. Youngerberg has it for the Mustangs. Ball almost tipped out of there by Trenton Colby, but goes in the hands of Hardin. Now to Trimble. Trimble picked up by Buckmaster. Trimble on the drive, looks, and going to have a kickball violation as Holman kicks that one as they were trying to pass it across the paint.
Good job there by Holman, getting his foot out there to at least kick it. Make things have to reset as they're trying to go across the paint with that one, like you said. And they had a good-looking pass until that foot got in the way.
So Kyle Sass comes in. Brett Meyer going to take a seat. Minute 50 left to go in the third quarter. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 22-19. Reed has it at the left wing to the free throw line. Now to Trimble out front. Trimble has it on the drive. Hands it off to Youngerberg. He's picked up tightly by Colby Benoit. Now back to Trimble, around to Reed. Reed's going to drive in, picks up his dribble as he's trapped by Buckmaster and Sass. Now to Hardin. Hardin drives to the free throw line, picks up his dribble there, looks to pass off. Tipped and stolen away by Buckmaster. He's on the fast break. Layup is good.
Buckmaster had to kind of twist his nose a little bit in every which direction on that one as that ball rolled completely around the rim. Looked like it was about to roll off the rim and then fell through for him finally.
So a minute 10 left to go in the third quarter. The Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 22-21. Reed fakes left, goes right, and going to have a foul called here on the Redmen, their third team foul. As Reed went to Euro step around Holman. Foul is on Holman, his second.
As Holman got there in time to set the floor up for the charge. But as Reed Euro stepped around him, Holman just kind of rotated to go with him and getting that body on him.
So Reed misses the first one. So it remains a 1-point ball game. Valley Heights leads Smith Center 22-21. Minute 4 left to go in the third quarter as Jeremy Reed, the 6'3 junior, back at the line for a second free throw. It's on its way. That one is good. As it looks like, into the ball game is Bryson Kinworthy. He is a 6'4 freshman. And we have a timeout called, so we'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to Redmen basketball on KQMA. Okay. Well, welcome back to Valley Heights High School. Jess Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. 23-21, the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen. As again, we have just a minute 4 left to go in the third quarter. It looks like Austin Holman and Kyle Sass, along with Jesse Staples, Colby Benoit, and Reese Buckmaster on the court for the Redmen, as it will be Redmen ball out of this timeout. For the Mustangs, it looks like, again, Bryson Kinworthy, a 6'4 freshman, comes into the ball game, along with Hardin. Also out there is a Youngerberg, Reed, and a Blasky. Redmen basketball out of the timeout as Buckmaster inbounds to Benoit. Again, the Valley Heights Mustangs lead the Smith Center Redmen 23-21, just under a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Buckmaster has it left wing. Now he's back across the court to Benoit. Colby dribbles between the circles, now to Buckmaster right wing. Out front to Staples. They swing it around to Benoit left wing. Benoit drives in, tries to split the defense, and they're going to strip the ball out, but it will remain Redmen basketball.
As good job there by Valley Heights, providing the help defense as Benoit driving into the middle. All of a sudden he was double teamed. One of them able to get their hand on that ball as he hop stepped and getting to go out of bounds.
Staples gets the entry pass, no good, goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Mustangs once again, so it'll be Redmen basketball. 36 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So Staples will inbound once again, does so to Holman left corner, now to Buckmaster, around to Benoit, back to Holman. They look inside for Sass, can't quite get it to him, so they give it back to Benoit between the circles. Benoit thought about the shot, didn't take it, passes to Staples, and Staples drives in, and he's going to be fouled. This will be the second team foul on the Mustangs.
Staples doing the right thing there as they gave up the baseline to him, taking off, flying down the baseline. That's been open for the Redmen here so far in this game. They just haven't taken it very often.
23 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Staples inbounds the Sass left corner. Now to Buckmaster. Back out front in the center circle to Benoit. 18 seconds of counting left to go in the third quarter, and the Valley Heights Mustangs lead by 2. 23-21. Holman inside pass up. Counted. He's going line for an and one.
Great look by Buckmaster as Holman came flying across the lane, streaking from the top of the key all the way to the low post. Able to hit him perfectly where he could take it, turn right to the basket off the bounce, go right up as Holman's defender came up behind him trying to get the block, but catching Holman instead.
Holman's and one attempt is good. So a great third quarter here for Austin Holman, and the Smith Center Redmen now lead 24-23 as Colby Benoit just picked up his second personal foul and the fourth Redmen team foul. Full court pressure by the Redmen. With 9.9 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Redmen lead 24-23. Harden has it, working against Staples across the timeline. 6 seconds left. Harden picks up his dribble between the circles, looking to pass off. Now does so to Blasky. His shot is up and no good. And that's how our third quarter ends with the Smith Center Redmen regaining the lead, 24-23 at the end of 3. We'll take a timeout here, come back, and bring you fourth quarter action right after this as you're listening to Redmen basketball on KQMA.
I'm okay with that. That's a long drive home.
Well, welcome back to Valley Heights. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. 24-23, the Smith Center Redmen now lead the Valley Heights Mustangs. The Redmen had a 3-point lead after the first quarter. The Mustangs outscored the Redmen 9-4 in the second quarter to have a 2-point lead at halftime, 13-11. The Redmen then outscored the Mustangs in that third quarter, 13-10, to give them a 1-point lead, 24-23, here to start the fourth quarter. It is Redmen basketball, where it is Kyle Sass, Brett Meyer, Reese Buckmaster, along with Colby Benoit and Jesse Staples for the Redmen. Staples has the left corner, long two, good.
Nice job there by Jesse Staples. Lost his guy in traffic, able to get the pass, get the shot up quickly before his guy could recover onto him.
Jeremy Reed along with Brian Youngerberg. Also out there is Brady Trimble as Reed drives the baseline. Jump stop, blocked by Meyer. Nope, they're going to get a foul called. Don't believe this one's on Brett Meyer. I believe it's on somebody inside, as it is on Kyle Sass.
That one was close, though, as Brett Meyer was on the side there, and he swiped at the ball, but I don't think he hit it either. But Kyle Sass coming over to help Brett Meyer on the help defense and wasn't able to quite slow down and just ran into him.
So Reed hits the first one. He's now got 9 points. So again on the court for the Mustangs, as it is Brady Trimble, Jeremy Reed. Also out there is Brian Youngerberg. Also out there is Alex Harden. And also Harrison Blasky as Reed misses the second one. So the Redmen lead 26-24. Staples has it, left corner, drives baseline, picks up his dribble, now looks, puts the shot up on the baseline, no good, rebounded by Reed. Reed hands it off to Youngerberg. He pushes it up the right sideline. Now dribbles back out to the center circle. Between the circles, working against Staples. Down to Harden in the right corner. He gets a screen from Reed, drives to the right elbow, out to Reed, right wing. Reed picks up his dribble, back to Youngerberg. He'll put up the three over Staples. Left it short. Rebound tracked down by Sass. He hands it off to Benoit. Colby brings it up the court, ahead to Staples, right corner, inside for Sass. Sass turnaround shot in the paint, no good, gets his own rebound. Then he's headed to the free throw line. As that foul is going to be on Blasky, his third and the fourth Mustang team foul. Nice effort inside that time by Kyle Sass.
Great effort by Sass on the inside. That first shot, though, kind of a circus shot as he got it.
Still almost got it to fall.
He still almost got to fall. His back was completely to the basket. Jumped, turned, and just launched it towards the basket and almost got it to fall in for him. Good job on sticking with it, getting that rebound and going right back up with it.
Sass misses the first free throw. So he'll get set for his second free throw here with 6:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Smith Center Redmen lead by 2, 26-24. Sass does hit the second one. Now he'll take a seat, and Austin Holman will come back into the ball game. He had a great third quarter. He has 9 points on the game, 7 of them coming in that third quarter. He had 7 of the 13 for the Redmen. So Holman putting in the work in the third quarter to give the Redmen the lead.
He also started the third quarter with only 2 rebounds. He's at 6 right now.
So the Redmen now have a 3-point lead after Sass's free throw. Shot is up, blocked by Holman. Into the hand of Benoit, and Benoit brings it back the other way. So he comes off the bench. Well rest there for Holman. Comes in and gets the block. Now Buckmaster calls a timeout. We'll just keep this one here. What a great... I didn't even see Austin come from the backside. He came out of nowhere, blocked that one right into the hands of Colby Benoit.
I didn't see him come from the backside either. All of a sudden he was there, but I figured they're going to get him with a foul as he brought that tomahawk on that one. The one time you're allowed to get that tomahawk is when the ball's completely out of the guy's hands, and that time it was.
So the Redmen have a 3-point lead, 27-24, 6:28 left to go in this fourth quarter. The Redmen led 7-4 at the end of the first quarter. Then the Mustangs outscored the Redmen 9-4 in the second quarter, making it 13-11 at halftime. Valley Heights led Smith Center. Smith Center then outscored Valley Heights 13-10 in the third quarter, giving the Redmen a 24-23 lead at the end of 3. Now here we are, 6:28 left to go in the ball game, and the Redmen have a 3-point lead at 27-24. Looking at the scoring for Valley Heights, 9 points for Jeremy Reed, 10 points for Brian Youngeberg, 2 points for Brady Trimble, 2 points for Alex Harden, and 1 point for Harrison Blasky. For the Redmen, it's 4 points for Brett Meyer, 2 points for Colby Benoit, 7 points for Jesse Staples, 4 points for Reese Buckmaster, 9 points for Austin Holman, and 1 point for Kyle Sass. As it is Redmen basketball out of the timeout, Staples inbounds to Benoit. Benoit brings it across the timeline with 6:25 left to go in the ball game. Benoit picks up his dribble, looks for Holman. Holman tracks it down in the left corner, now to Buckmaster left wing. Buckmaster back around to Benoit. Benoit looks inside, now back to Buckmaster between the circles. 6:13 left to go in the ball game, and the Redmen lead 27-24. Benoit has it. He looks inside, finds Meyer at the right elbow, and they're going to say this foul's on the floor. But it will remain Redmen basketball. That's the 15th foul on the Mustangs. And that one's going to be on Harden, his second.
Good job there by the Redmen guards. Playing the ball, moving the ball around the top of the key, making sure that they can find an open pass, and then finally getting it to Brett Meyer at the top of the key.
Meyer gets the inbounds pass, kisses it off the glass, no good, and now he's going to get called for the foul, his first and the 6th Redmen team foul.
As Youngerberg on that rebound there, he's got 6 in the game so far. He's leading the way for this Valley Heights team, getting those rebounds, and he's one of the shorter ones on the court for him.
6 minutes exactly left to go in the ball game, and the Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs 27-24. Trimble has it right side. Down to the right corner now to Blasky. He gets the screen from Harden. Dribbles to the right elbow. Brett Meyer on the fast break, goes up and dunks it home.
Nice shot by Brett Meyer, reading that through, able to just get through there and take off down court and slam it down.
His first dunk of the season. Brett Meyer gets the crowd up, gets the bench going, and the Redmen lead by 5.
Well, when you can throw it down like that, it can be a game changer for your team. Everybody goes up to that next level. I like what the coach did for the Mustangs there. Instantly call the timeout, resettle your team down, and get things going again for you.
As he's had a couple chances, we've had the Gems had their breath held a couple times throughout the season for Brett Meyer, but finally getting one to go down here in the first round of Sub-State to put the Redmen up by 5, 5:38 left to go in this game.
Well, once he tipped that one, he got about halfway down the court, looks back, make sure no one's around. That's when you knew he was what was in his mind.
I know, I was trying to get all my words right so that way I could go with him. Get all the words in the right order here so I know what's coming. Now I just got to get the words in the right order.
Well, he gave you a little bit of time. He had a nice slow down there to make sure that he got up there as high as he needed to and threw that one down.
So it is Mustang basketball. 5:38 left to go in this ball game. The Redmen lead 29-24. Youngerberg brings it up the court, down to Harden right wing. Harden looks inside. Now he's on the dribble, back out to Youngerberg. Youngerberg looks to the sideline, gets the call back to Harden in the right corner. He's going to drive to the right wing, picks up his dribble. Ball stolen away by Meyer yet again. So back-to-back trips, back-to-back steals by Brett Meyer. He hands it off to Benoit. Benoit looks to bring it across the timeline with 5:14 left to go. They do to Holman. Holman couldn't quite get that pass to Staples, so hands off to Haven, back to Staples, right corner. Staples dribbles up to the right wing, back to Benoit, inside for Meyer. Meyer kicks out to Staples, right wing, back inside for Meyer. He gets position, right block off the glass and good.
Nice job by Meyer and Staples Staples knew that Meyer wanted it back. He just wanted to get his feet repositioned, and great job by Staples getting it right back to him.
31-24. The Redmen extend their lead with 4:45 left to go. Staples tips it out of bounds.
The Redmen defense starting to step it up here a little bit, playing a little bit tighter defense, playing a little bit quicker, and that's what they need to happen here to come down to this late in the fourth quarter.
O'Toole comes back into the ball game. The Redmen lead 31-24 as Blasky has it on the right block. His shot is up and good.
Tough shot for Blasky as he turned, ended up right underneath the basket. Had to kind of jump backwards to get out from underneath the basket to get that shot off.
So it's 31-26. The Smith Center Redmen lead. Valley Heights Mustangs. Staples down to Hobelman. Back to Staples. Out front to Haven. Haven is between the circles. Underneath for Hobelman. Pump fakes. And they're going to say foul is on the floor. The 16th foul on the Mustangs. And this one's going to be on Blasky, his fourth.
Great pump fake there by Hobelman. Gave him a hard pump. Blasky went flying up in the air. All of a sudden, he was having a chair on Hobelman's back. So, great pump fake there by Hobelman.
31-26. The Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs. Meyer, hook shot in the paint, no good. Ball gets tipped around, and it's picked up by Trimble. Trimble hands it off now to Youngerberg. Youngerberg ahead to Blasky, inside for Reed. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to remain Mustang basketball. 4:06 left to go in the ball game. And the Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs 31-26. Now Coach Buckmaster wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him here as you're listening to Redmen basketball on KQMA. Okay. Well, welcome back to Valley Heights. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson as Blasky gets it inside, and now he's headed to the free throw line as Meyer and Hobelman both there on the defensive effort for the Redmen. And it is on Hobelman, his third. Blasky heads to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 from the line in this ball game. First one's on its way and rattles out. So now it's not looking like such a bad foul.
It's not a bad foul in this situation as you're only going to give up possibly 1 point compared to 2 or possibly 3 if he would have made it off the shot.
So Blasky's second one's on its way, and that one falls. He now has 4 points, and it is a 4-point ball game. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs 31-27, just under 4 minutes left to play. Benoit has it for the Redmen out of Staples. Staples looks inside, now to Hobelman, back out to Staples. Staples back to Hobelman in the left corner. They're looking to get it into Meyer, can't quite get it to him. Nice defense inside by Reed on Meyer. Staples dribbles back out between the circles to Benoit. Benoit bounce pass down to Hobelman in the right corner. Inside for Meyer, up, under, counted, he's going line for an and one.
Tough shot there by Meyer as Reed all over him on that one. Meyer had to go up, kind of lean back a little bit to get that shot from underneath the rim and get the 2 points up there for the Redmen.
So we have a timeout called here by Valley Heights. And we'll take a timeout with them as you are listening to Redmen basketball on KQMA.
Okay.
Whoa. 3:31 left to go in the ball game. The number 5 seed Smith Center Redmen lead the number 4 seed. Valley Heights Mustangs 33-27. Brett Meyer at the free throw line for his and one attempt here for the Redmen. Myers free throws on its way and good. So O'Toole comes back into the ball game for the Mustangs, and Siemens takes a seat. 34-27, the Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs. 3.5 minutes left to play. This is Class 2A sub-state action. This is the first round. The winner on to the sub-state semifinals Friday in Republic County. As Blasky has it out front to Reed. He's picked up tightly by Brett Meyer. Reed spin move in the paint. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Haven. Haven ahead to Benoit. Benoit clears everybody out now. Back to Haven. Haven ahead to Meyer. Back to Haven as he crosses over the timeline. Haven going to hand it off to Benoit between the circles. Benoit drives in, picks up his dribble, and they're going to get him for a travel. So it'll be Mustang basketball.
As Benoit went to stop, as he was all of a sudden double teamed. Well, he went to stop. His feet kept on sliding on him. He's had a little bit of trouble with that here. When he gets going quickly enough, his feet don't want to stop for him when he needs them to.
O'Toole has it out front to Reed. Reed back to O'Toole. 2:45 and counting left to go in the ball game. Ball gets tipped by Haven. O'Toole comes back up with it, though, now to Reed. Reed drives in. Ball gets tipped out again. Reed fights with Staples, and a travel called on Reed as Staples and Reed fighting for the basketball. They're going to get Reed for the travel.
As Staples got to the ground, able to get his hand on it just a second there. Reed went to roll to try to get the ball away from him, and that got the travel instead of the jump ball.
So 2:36 left to go in our ball game. Harden comes back in. Trimble going to take his seat. 34-27, the Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs. Benoit looking to inbound. Goes across the court to Haven. Haven brings it across the timeline, working against O'Toole. Gets a screen out front from Meyer, now to Staples. Staples stands in the center circle. He calls out the offense with 2:25 left to go in the ball game. Haven on the dribble to the free throw line, elevates from there, off the glass, no good. Rebound, put back by Meyer, no good. And fighting for the rebound, Meyer comes up with it again. This time he's headed to the free throw line.
Nice job by Meyer, sticking with that, getting 2 offensive rebounds. Puts him at 9 here in the game, doing a great job getting in there, getting those offensive rebounds, as I believe most of them have came on the offensive side.
Jeremy Reed picks up his first personal foul. That is the 8th Mustang team foul. Meyer at the free throw line, shooting here for the Redmen. It's on its way, good. So Brett Meyer will get set for his second one as the Redmen now lead by 8. 2:15 left to go in this ball game, 35-27. The Smith Center Redmen leading the Valley Heights Mustangs as Meyer getting set for his second one. And a good as well. Youngerberg brings it up the court for the Mustangs ahead to O'Toole. Back inside for Youngerberg. He's underneath the basket at the left block and going to have a foul called. This will be the 8th team foul on the Redmen. And it's going to be on Colby Benoit, his third.
As Colby Benoit standing straight up and down on that one, but just getting his arm bumped by Youngerberg as he kind of spun around and went up into Colby.
So the first one's on the way and good. Youngerberg now has 11 as Siemens comes back in. O'Toole going to take a seat. 2:07 left to play in this ball game. The Smith Center Redmen lead by 8, 36-28. Youngerberg getting set for his second free throw. It's on its way, good as well. So Youngerberg now has 12 as a Trimble comes in and Blasky takes a seat. Full court pressure put on here by the Mustangs as Staples will inbound. Does so to Haven, back to Staples. Jesse quickly up the court, gets a screen from Meyer, loses the handle on it, and that's because Youngerberg going to pick up his first personal foul, 9th Mustangs team foul. Staples will head to the line, shoot 1-1.
Staples got that pass and just instantly dead sprint up court, trying to outrun the Valley Heights defense. Youngerberg able just to get his hand in there just enough to tip that ball, but catch Staples across the body as well.
So Staples heads to the line to shoot 1-1 for the Redmen. So it's on its way. Good on the first one. So Staples will get set for his second free throw. Try to extend the Redmen lead as they lead right now 37-29. And can't hit the second one. Just the second missed free throw of the ball game for the Redmen. As they lead 37-29 with 1:50 left to go in the ball game. Youngerberg underneath the basket, up and good.
Nice job there by Youngerberg. Kind of jumped back as he had Brett Meyer on his back, not letting Brett Meyer get in there to get the block.
Staples kicks it out to Holman. Holman back to Staples, right wing. Minute 40 and counting left to go in the ball game. The Smith Center Redmen lead by 6. Staples inside for Meyer. No good. Left that one short. Saves it in off of a Mustang player, but right into the hands of Youngerberg. What a great reaction that time by Youngerberg to grab that one before it goes out of bounds. Youngerberg hands it off to Siemens. Now to Reed. Left elbow shot is good.
Reed left all alone. Little miscommunication between the Redmen defense there, leaving Reed wide open.
Siemens is going to get called for the foul. His second personal foul, 10th Mustang team foul.
As Valley Heights here starting to use a little black call, foul as soon as you can into the clock. Make the Redmen have to go to the other end and just shoot the free throws. Take the chance of them missing a free throw where you can get down the court without any clock running out on yourselves.
So Haven at the free throw line. First one's on its way and no good. So Haven missing the first one. So the Redmen right now 8 of 11 from the free throw line in this ball game. Haven's second one is no good as well. And it is Mustang basketball as we have a 4-point ball game, 37-33. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Valley Heights Mustangs with a minute 5 and counting. Left to go in the ball game. Blakesley's long two, no good, and he's going to have a foul called. So this one will be on the Mustangs. This time it's going to be on Jackson O'Toole, his first. And it'll send Trace Haven back to the free throw line.
Nice job by Haven on getting the block out there. Able to go up strong, grab that rebound as O'Toole was trying to go over his back.
So Haven at the free throw line for the Redmen. First one's on its way and good. His first point of the ball game. Haven getting set for his second one. It's on its way. Rattles out, no good. So that makes it 38-33. Is Haven going to get called for the foul? His first personal foul, 9th Redmen team foul. And it'll send Jackson O'Toole to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 for the Mustangs.
Haven went to go for that steal and just running into O'Toole right in front of O'Toole's bench. The coach gently looks to the ref like, are you going to call that one? And the ref just had to take a couple presses there to get his whistle blown.
So O'Toole at the free throw line as Dietz comes back in. Haven going to take a seat. 57 seconds left to go here. So O'Toole's free throw's on its way. No good. Rebounded by Dietz. And then Dietz is going to be fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line. Foul is on O'Toole. So Dietz is at the free throw line for the Redmen with 55 seconds left to go. Trying to extend the Redmen 5-point lead as they lead 38-33. Dietz's first free throw is good. Trimble takes a seat. Blasky comes back in. So Dietz, second free throw, no good. And the Mustangs quickly up the court. Youngerberg working against Staples. Around to O'Toole. O'Toole top of the key, now to Harden left wing. 45 seconds left to go in the ball game. The Redmen lead 39-33. O'Toole right wing three. He buries it.
O'Toole quick with that three-point shot as he was wide open. As soon as he got it right up in the air, he went with it, dropping it in, nothing but net.
We'll take a timeout as the timeout's on the court. You're listening to Redmen basketball on KQMA. 41.5 seconds remain in the sub-state first round matchup. The number 5 seed Smith Center Redmen lead the number 4 seed Valley Heights Mustangs 39-33. to 36. Jackson O'Toole, the 6-foot freshman for the Mustangs, just put him within striking distance. He buried a three from the right wing, and it's now a 3-point ball game again, 39 to 36. Dietz will inbound. Full court pressure by the Mustangs. As Dietz looking, gets it into Staples. Staples works against Harden. Staples quickly up their left sideline. He's all the way down to the left wing. Now dribbles out front, top of the key, all the way down to the right wing. Hands it off to Holman, out front to Benoit. Benoit between the circles. He holds on to it. Back to Staples. Staples right side, 25 seconds left. He'll drive in and going to have a foul called as Staples hits the ground, but Staples will head to the free throw line. Is this foul going to be on O'Toole? His third. And Staples back at the free throw line for the Redmen.
Valley Heights waiting a long time into that clock there to get that foul, as you look down and see Valley Heights coach going nuts trying to call out that call to get the foul and foul him. Valley Heights players just going to hear him as they're right in front of their student section. The students were going crazy over there.
Trimble takes a seat for the Mustangs. Staples getting set for his second free throw. It's on its way. No good. Rattles out. And it is Mustang basketball. As Youngerberg drives in, right block up and good.
Nice job there by Youngerberg as he had Holman slide in there. Didn't let Holman bother him and get this shot off.
Holman right block, and he's just going to dribble out of trouble with 6 seconds left. And Coach Buckmaster wants an intentional foul, but the ref shakes it off. Kind of getting a chuckle with Buckmaster here. Buckmaster had to try for the intentional foul, right?
You got to at least try it. I mean, he did almost look like it was going for the foul instead of the reach for the ball, but he was going for the ball, which got that, not the intentional. But of course, you have to try to get it.
So Hobelman misses the first one. So Hobelman will get set for the second one as Coach Buckmaster calls a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA. Six seconds remain in this ball game. The number 5 seed, Smith Center Redmen, leads the number 4 seed, Valley Heights Mustangs, 40 to 38. The winner moves on to the sub-state semifinals on Friday at Belleville at Republic County High School. Out of the timeout, Austin Holman back at the free throw line for his second free throw. Joining him on the court, Jesse Staples, Colby Benoit, Trace Haven, and Brett Meyer. For the Mustangs, it is Jeremy Reed along with Brady Trimble, Alex Harden, Harrison Blasky, and also out there is Brian Youngerberg. So Holman getting set for his second one. It's on its way. That one good. That makes 10 points for Holman as they hand it off to Youngerberg. Youngerberg, top of the key, three's on its way, off the glass, no good, and the Redmen have done it. They are headed to the sub-state semifinals.
Great job there by Staples on that one as well, as Staples got screened off, rolled off that screen quickly, and got his hands up there to kind of give fits on that three-point shot.
So the Redmen win it 48 to 31. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap up this ball game for you right after this as you're listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to Belleville on Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
Going full serve in progress. And go.
Well, welcome back one final time to Valley Heights High School. And Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson as the Redmen have defeated the Valley Heights Mustangs 51. Holy, oh my, numbers are hard. 41-38. Your final. The Smith Center Redmen defeat the Valley Heights Mustangs. Looking at the scoring for the Mustangs, 11 points for Jeremy Reed, 16 for Brian Youngeberg, 3 for Jackson O'Toole, 2 for Brady Trimble, 2 for Alex Harden, 4 for Harrison Blasky. For the Redmen, 13 points tonight for Brett Meyer, 2 for Colby Benoit, 9 for Jesse Staples, 4 for Reese Buckmaster, 10 for Austin Holman, 1 for Trace Haven, 1 for Kyle Sass, 1 for Camden Dietz. The Redmen looked pretty good.
They really did. It was a close game all the way through. The Redmen played in control the whole entire game, kind of in control of themselves, in control of like the tempo of the game almost, and that's what got them there at the end. Is they played the way they wanted to, and took Valley Heights out of the game that way.
All right, so the Redmen will be in the sub-state semifinals on Friday. We will have coverage of that ball game for you here on 92.5 KQMA. That's going to do it for us. I'd like to thank Mark Gower back at the studio. Thank Robbie for coming along. We're going to take it back to the studio where we will join in progress the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers taking on the Norton Lady Jays in Class 3A girls sub-state action from Norton. You've been listening to Redmen Basketball on KQMA.